Hello and welcome to Faithful Grace Studio. This is Mindy. I am the creator here at Faithful Grace, and I wanted to share with you another type of journal that I like to create. This is a journal made from, a junk journal made from a planner. If you're like me, I always have very good intentions at the start of the year. I'm either gifted or I purchase a beautiful planner and I have all the stickers to go with it, and I have all these grandiose plans of making it just gorgeous day by day, week by week, and month by month. And that usually lasts till sometime in late January, possibly into the first couple of days of February. And then there's a couple of months where I will do it periodically, so it's not completely full and gorgeous, but it's okay. And then I just completely fall off the wagon and I only use it when I absolutely have to, and then it ends up being kind of a waste. I also like to purchase these when they're out of date and super cheap, because they also often have very pretty images inside that you can use. They're usually bound very well. I love a spiral bound planner, and I love a spiral bound junk journal. So what I do is just go through the journal and take out anything that I don't want to work with. And then I go through page by page and cover up what I don't want to see anymore. What looks like a calendar or a date or something that I've written. See, and the cool thing about these planners is they already come with some of the cool features. There's a pocket already in the inside here. This is one of my paper dolls. One of my, you can see these in our Etsy shop, but I just took one of the paper dolls and put her right there front and center with a little label that covered up the date. I think this was a 2023 or 2024 maybe journal that I bought with the intention of using and didn't use. So just went through and put in pieces of index cards, scraps of graph paper, images from magazines or Daphne's diary that I had laying around. I left the tabs. This one has some a watercolor botanical that I had painted and cut out, just some strips of paper covering up the dates. So I really just, like I said, covered up the things that were specific to, and there's a couple that I left open. It's okay, I don't mind that. I love the bright colors that I used in this one. These were just some hearts that I had cut out of some pretty paper. This background piece is when I'm working with stamps, if I'm using stamps, rubber stamps of any sort, I always have a scrap piece of paper beside my workstation so that, or my workspace, so that I can test out what the stamp is going to look like. And this is the test out page. So after I fill it up, I use it for background. So more watercolor, scraps. Just not gonna take you through every single page, but this makes the this process makes the pages thicker. Here's a piece of, this is actually a piece of cardstock that I had overlaid with a dryer sheet, and then with some a sheet of a piece of a napkin, and then splattered some ink on there. So that made a nice little sturdy pocket. Some other little images. Here's a glassine pocket. You can kind of see that see-through pocket there. Just all kinds of fun stuff. Here's a belly band made out of, this is a piece of napkin on the back of packing tape. So just all kinds of cute little things. It is not, there's not really a rhyme or reason or a theme other than you may say bright florals might be the theme. But it's just so much fun to look through. It's going to be so much fun to use. Again, I left the tabs just because I didn't really want to go through and cut those off, and they may get covered up with something else later when I start using it. Here's a little pocket where I folded up the page. Here's a pocket where I folded down a page and glued 2 pages together. So just all kinds of fun stuff that you can do. Here's another little pocket, just from folding a page over. This was actually a really good way. I had a lot of pretty scraps in bright colors and floral scraps that I liked and wanted to use, but that I didn't have a whole bunch of them, or a whole bunch that would theme together very well, and I didn't have a lot. Some of the paper scraps were just more one-offs, so this gave me an opportunity to use them in a way that allows me to still enjoy their how pretty they are, but without having to have everything matchy-matchy all the way through the book. Here's another pocket. So this is just another way that you can create a junk journal from something that you already have. Maybe you are better than I am and you make your journals look gorgeous all the way through the year. Doesn't mean you can't still take that journal after it's all said and done and do something like this with it. Never fails. People in my circles seem to know that I love this kind of thing, and so it never fails. I always end up with at least 2 planners each year, sometimes 3. I can't use that many, and I don't always know where they came from, can't always return them, so I just make journals out of them, and it's really a lot of fun to do and makes a pretty journal. Here's another one of my paper dolls that I popped in here. So if you have journals laying around, or planners like this laying around, and that you just can't bear to get rid of because they're too pretty, this is a little pocket there and a little pocket there where you could put something in there, but they typically already have some sort of closure. So this was a really quick, this was an afternoon project, but it makes a really cute journal. So if you have one laying around, or you find one on clearance somewhere, sometimes you can get these at Walmart well into the year for just $1 or $2, and what a great base for a beautiful journal. So anyway, there you go. Just wanted to share that with you. I hope you enjoyed seeing this journal, and I hope you enjoy creating your own.